car comes along that transcends boundaries, and the Hyundai Palisade is one of them. It's an 8-seater SUV, yes, 8 seats, but it's not a van, it is an SUV. So it will fit one more person compared to cars like the Mazda CX-9 or Kia Sorento, and most importantly, again, it's not a van. There are 2 variants in the range, which keeps things simple. I'm in the base model petrol version, which costs 60 grand before on-road costs. Here's how it drove over the 2-week period of Christmas and New Year in fun-filled Sydney with my family of 4 for this week's family review. For a more detailed review, head to the CarsGuide website, and if you're watching this on YouTube, hit subscribe for more videos. To fit 8 people, it needs to be big, and they've done as much as they can to jazz up the large proportions with a giant grille at the front along with vertical headlights. But apart from those things, there's not really much else going on in the way of shape and angles. It's fairly unadorned and not particularly fabulous looking. It relies on sheer bulk to make an impression. Inside is impressive for an 8-seater. Vans can be quite basic, so it's actually really nice to get into an 8-seat SUV and have all the mod cons like a regular SUV. Even in the base model, you get leather seats and a leather steering wheel, which both feel good to touch. There is a well-designed center console area with some silver accents, which is all streamlined and very simple. Taking center stage is the 10.25-inch multimedia screen, which looks very 2021, and it also comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Plus, there are 12 speakers in this car, so turn the sound up, the sound is good. You'll also find 3 USB ports in the front, and there are 4 more throughout the car. It also feels large when you're sitting in here. There's loads of leg and headroom, and it's such a wide car that you won't have any issues jostling shoulders between passengers. You'll get 2 cup holders in the front and this small deep storage area, which was a total game changer for me. I really implore other car companies to have a look at the simple deep space that they created here because it's so useful. I put sunglasses in there, keys, a phone, it will fit whatever, and it's just such a simple thing that made me so happy. There are also storage areas in each door, plus a large center storage bin, really big. Then there is this shelf underneath the center console area, and what did I store in there? I actually took the plate my cake that I made to Christmas, popped it in here. It was the perfect size. Into the second row now, and there is plenty of space back here too. This is me behind a taller person's driving position. You can see that there's loads of room, and I think other adults and taller teenagers will be able to fit back here perfectly fine. You can actually opt for a 7-seat version of the Palisade. If you know you just won't use 8 seats, there is a 7-seat version that has 2 armchairs in this row here, which are much more comfortable with actual handles on them than the flat bench here. If you do opt for the 8 seats and you do have the flat bench, you can fit 3 child seats in this row. I did it with 2 boosters and a baby capsule. Second row passengers get 2 cup holders in the center armrest, plus another 2 in each door. So that is 6 cup holders in this row altogether. Huge. Plus you get your own climate control and directional air vents in the ceiling. The back row is way more comfortable to climb into than most 7-seat SUVs. The second row slides forward, and then this row also goes down. It's just got a lot more space than you would normally get. Sitting in here is also really quite comfortable. I mean, I am 161 centimeters or 5'3", and I've just got so much room between my knees and the seat in front of me, which is also a lot bigger than a 7-seat SUV. If you were to compare it to a van, there is definitely more space for adults in a regular van than you will find in here. But if you are transporting kids around only, then they'll fit fine. There are 4 cup holders back here, so 2 over this side, 2 over that side, and again, directional air vents. Doesn't feel claustrophobic back here at all. The boot is also large. With all 3 rows in use, you will get 311 litres of space, which is actually quite large for an SUV with 3 rows. Normally they're a little bit smaller, so you'll be able to fit groceries, school bags, and even a suitcase on the side. With the 3rd row down, the boot space ramps up to 704 litres of space, which is huge, and will fit anything from suitcases to sporting equipment or a double pram, whatever you need. One of the best things about the Palisade is the way that it drives. I'm in the petrol version, which means it has a 3.8 litre V6 engine. And the remarkable thing is that it doesn't feel heavy on the takeoff. So there's no real noticeable lag like you will find in a lot of other 7-seat SUVs. The other thing is that it doesn't feel too floaty while you're driving. So the steering is good and it has decent precision while turning. This means that even though it's a giant car, parking it is actually not too bad as long as you pick a park that will fit the car. I mean, I even noticed in the shopping centre car park that it actually sticks out a little bit, but it does have a really good reverse parking camera with guidelines to help you out. It does use a bunch of petrol in this petrol version, so there's a claimed 10.7 litres per 100 Ks, and I averaged about 15.8 litres per 100 Ks over the 2 weeks. And look, no gear shifter. Just press a button for reverse and a button for drive, and it all works quite immediately, which sometimes it doesn't if you actually have a shifter to change gears. It does feel a little less like you're driving the car, but I think we all gave that up a long time ago when we stopped driving manuals, so this is the logical next step. There is a comprehensive list of advanced safety features, including auto emergency braking with pedestrian and cyclist detection, blind spot monitoring, lane keep assist, rear-cross traffic alert, and smart cruise control. There are a few buzzers which appear to buzz unnecessarily for no reason. So we had a buzzer going off for about 5 minutes before we realized we needed to do up the middle seat belt of the 2nd row that nobody was sitting in. And the other one was that it just appeared to buzz. Sometimes it gets the speed limit wrong and it will buzz until it's through what it thinks is the speed camera. So this kept happening on the way to my mum's house at a particular spot where it thought the speed limit was 60, but actually it's 80. Teething issues, I think. There are airbags throughout, including side curtain airbags that go all the way to the back row. Plus there are 5 top tether points and 3 ISOFIX points to fix kids' car seats in safely. The Hyundai Palisade was a great family car to have over the time off between Christmas and New Year. We fit everyone inside the car perfectly comfortably, and the boot fit everything we needed, including beach bags and boogie boards and even extra people. It looks good on the inside, it has comprehensive safety, plus it drives really well. The only real drawback is the fuel consumption, and I look forward to the day when every car company offers an electric or hybrid version along in their range. I gave it a family rating of 8 out of 10, and my kids gave it the same. They loved having extra seats in the car. Like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel or click through to our website.